Want to help the millions fleeing the country, but we can't forget about protecting our own assets. Joining me this morning is VP of the Greater Houston BBB, Leah Napoliello. Thank you so much for coming in.
Sure.
Unfortunately, this is a time, anytime we see a crisis or a natural disaster, so many folks want to jump in, get involved, help out, but we do see people taking advantage of these vulnerabilities.
Right, exactly. Whenever there's any type of crisis whatsoever, the scammers will come out of the woodwork and they will create stories, online, try to get people to give to the scammer rather than to the real legitimate charities that are out there.
Yeah, it's really, really heartbreaking to wrap your mind around the fact that people thrive on this,
Right, yeah.
What should people do if you are interested in helping out, donating your time, donating your money, sending supplies? What should people do before they get involved?
You should research some charities first to make sure that they are legitimate and find ones that are equipped for this type of crisis relief effort. So they've had years of background experience in this type of effort. And they're on the ground in the area too. So the BBB has a resource on our site give.org where we actually have listed some charities that are helping in this effort. So they meet our standards, so that's a good guide for people looking to give during this time.
Earlier this year, I returned to Poland. We shadowed a Texas group, Texas Baptist Men. It's an organization based out of the Dallas area. They were on the ground for more than a year helping Ukrainians fleeing Ukraine.
Oh, right.
And they were converting Baptist churches throughout the country of Poland into places of shelter.
Okay.
Places of worship were becoming places of shelter. And, one thing I learned through my 2 trips overseas covering this war was that donations, oftentimes when it comes to overseas, it's easier and it's suggested, it's recommended you donate money and not items. So often we see, as we just mentioned, people donating socks and collecting undergarments, which is great,
right.
But it's easier for these organizations sometimes to accept money than it is tangible goods.
Right, that's exactly right. They can use the money that you donate to purchase the items that are needed, and they know they're on the ground, so they know what is necessary and needed. So it's just easier. You just donate money, they can get it to the people who need it.
When donating money, you should be cognizant, though, sometimes there are fees associated with those donations.
Right, there can be. So there could be like a credit card processing fee, that type of thing. So, and also on crowdfunding sites too. Sometimes there a portion of the money, a small fee, will go to the crowdfunding site if you are donating through that.
Yeah. I think it's really important to mention for those people who might have stumbled across a fraudulent scam, or if they've been scammed, what should these people do?
It is important to notify the IRS. So they research, charities and scams, that type of thing. So let them know that you've been scammed. And also, just put the word out on BBB has our scam tracker site where you can alert the public to scams out there.
Yeah, it's not something that we should have to do, but sadly we do.
Right.
And it can go a long way helping out our friends who also want to chip in.
Sure, right, exactly.
Leah Napoliello, thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Thank
We do
you for having
appreciate
me.
it.